Hi, I'm Dr. Albert Chung, and I'm a double board certified colon and rectal surgeon or proctologist. And let me tell you, bottom end issues plague millions of people around the world every single day. In fact, it's been reported, based on a survey study, about 80% of people reported having hemorrhoid issues at some point in their life. But honestly, I think that is extremely underestimated. Essentially, I think 95 to 100% of people have had a hemorrhoid issue at some point in time, and so it is something that's familiar to the human condition. And with how prevalent this issue is, I definitely want to talk to you about Vessol. Vessol is the very first of its kind. It's been developed by proctologists that have been using clinically backed research studies. And this is super important because when you're doing the creams, the suppositories, and the dietary changes, we can now take Vessol in addition by mouth to support our immune system, to reinforce our vascular health, our blood vessels, and also to bring the fastest and most effective relief to our bottom ends. So let me give you some of that research perspective that I was talking to you about. See, Vessol's formula is heavily centered around flavonoids, diosmin and hesperidin, for example. And these are naturally occurring antioxidant protectors of citrus fruits, like oranges and lemons. And they are located in the peel and rind, and what they do is they preserve the fruit and keep them protected from the elements. When we take them as humans, we are finding that they give antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and promote vascular blood vessel health to get you the relief the fastest and the most effective way possible. A very important study to mention was a Cochrane review on flavonoids. And Cochrane reviews are very famous because they're just so well done. They had 2,300 patients enrolled and they compared different treatment methods for hemorrhoids, and flavonoids was one of those groups. What they consistently found was flavonoids had a statistically significant benefit for symptoms like itching, for bleeding with surgery or without hemorrhoid surgery, and also anal discharge. And 80% of these patients also had decrease in bleeding within 1 week. That's incredible. There's also other great studies that found tremendous conclusions for the benefits of flavonoids. For example, one study showed that they reduced the risk of persistent hemorrhoid symptoms by as much as 58% compared to a placebo sugar pill. When it comes to bleeding, there's studies that show that there is a 33 to 67% decrease. When it comes to pain, 35% decrease. Itching, 65% decrease, okay? And recovery times, this is amazing. When you take flavonoids, your flare recovery can be shortened down to 50% of the time. So without flavonoids, 8 days. With flavonoids, 4 to 5 days. And finally, reduced recurrence of hemorrhoids is down to 53% with this study. Amazing. Another key feature in Vessol is the use of horse chestnut, and this is an herb that's found in the Balkan Mountains in Europe. And this is found also to have great benefits with hemorrhoid symptoms within 1 week, and also tremendous benefits with bleeding. However, flavonoids and horse chestnut put together actually have an additional synergistic effect. And this benefit has to do with the symptom of bleeding. Because what they found is patients that were taking this herb combination had on average 2 days less of hemorrhoid bleeding. In my office, my patients are giving me great feedback about Vessol. And when they take it every single day, they're finding that their symptoms are actually getting better, like the itching and the bleeding. And many patients are taking it so that they can keep their flares down. And instead of being held up by the flare, they're finding that they can get through it sooner and getting back to their lives faster. The Vessol formula is nothing short of a breakthrough, and I highly recommend that you give it a try to find the relief that everybody is talking about. I wish you the best. Bye.